The man that survived jumping from the Golden Gate Bridge. Kevin Hines.
On September 25th, 2000, 19-year-old Kevin Hines tried to kill himself by jumping off the Golden Gate Bridge. He fell more than 220 feet to the water below, slamming into it at 75 miles per hour. The impact shattered 3 of his vertebrae and came within 2 millimeters of severing his spine. Yet he somehow survived, and when he realized he was still alive, he was immediately overtaken by an overwhelming will to live. However, the weight of his clothes kept dragging him down below the surface of San Francisco Bay. For what felt like an eternity, he barely managed to resurface for mere seconds at a time, and breathed just enough air to cling to life. Then he suddenly felt a strange force from below pushing him up above the water, where he stayed until the Coast Guard eventually came to get him. Only later did he learn that eyewitnesses had seen the mysterious force that had been keeping him afloat, and it turned out to be a sea lion that was propping up his body until the rescue boat arrived. For years, Hines had bipolar disorder and epilepsy. Then he began listening to the voices in his head, trying to convince him to die. But once he jumped, all he recalls feeling is immediate regret and a will to live. Since 1937, nearly 2,000 people have attempted the same thing, and out of those, only 1% survived. And Hines was among the 1%. Now he tours the country as a mental health advocate, and he spent more than a decade after he recovered lobbying the city of San Francisco to install a suicide net below the pedestrian walkway to prevent others from dying as he intended in the water below. The Monday that he decided to jump, he made a pact with himself. If even one person asked him if he was okay, he would confess everything and beg them to save his life. Just then a woman with blonde hair approached him and he thought, she actually cares. But just then, she handed out her camera and asked him to take her photo. He obliged, then turned around and jumped off the bridge. Remember, if it's more interesting, you can find it here. Thanks, guys.